You carry so much in your heart, worries about your future, your rizq, your relationships, your health, your dreams that feel delayed, and your du'as that seem unanswered. And sometimes it becomes so heavy that you start questioning, why is this happening to me? Did I do something wrong? Has Allah forgotten me? But pause for a moment and reflect. Who is Allah? He is Al-Hakim, the most wise, the one whose wisdom is perfect, even when you cannot see it. He is Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, the most loving, the most merciful, the one who cares for you in ways you don't even understand. And He is Al-Latif, the most subtle, the one who plans for you in the most delicate and hidden ways. So if He is all of this, then why do you assume His plan for you is anything less than perfect? We struggle because we want control. We want things to happen according to our timeline, our expectations, our understanding. But the reality is, our vision is limited. We see the present moment, while Allah sees your past, your present, and your entire future all at once. Sometimes you cry over something that didn't happen, while Allah saved you from something you couldn't see. Sometimes a door closes and it feels like a loss, but in reality, it's protection. And sometimes you wait and wait and wait, not realizing that in that waiting, Allah is preparing you for something greater than what you asked for. Think about the times in your life when things didn't go your way. At that moment, it hurt, it confused you. But later, you realized, Alhamdulillah, if that had happened, my life would have been different and not in a better way. That is Allah's plan, perfect, precise, teamed with wisdom. So what does it mean to let go of your worries? It doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean you don't make dua. It doesn't mean you don't take action. It means you do your part, sincerely, fully, and then you release the outcome to Allah with complete trust. You say, Ya Allah, I have done what I can. The rest is in your hands. And I trust you. And that trust is not passive. It is powerful. It brings peace to your kaibing in the middle of chaos. It allows you to sleep at night without your mind racing. It reminds you that no matter what happens, you are under the care of the one who never makes mistakes. But here is the deeper reality. Sometimes Allah's perfect plan doesn't look like what you wanted. It may include hardship. It may include loss. It may include tests that shake you. But even in that, there is perfection, because those moments bring you closer to Him. What if that difficulty is the reason you started praying more? What if that heartbreak is what made you turn back to Allah sincerely? What if that delay is what is building your patience, your strength, your reliance on Him? Then is it really a loss? Or is it a gift disguised in a form you didn't expect? Allah does not burden you to break you. He tests you to elevate you. Every tear you cry, every silent dua you whisper, every moment you choose, patience over frustration, it is all seen. It is all recorded, and none of it is wasted. So let go of the need to control everything. Let go of the constant overthinking. Let go of the fear of what if things don't work out. Because for the believer, things always work out, just not always in the way you imagined. Replace your worry with tawakkul. Replace your fear with trust. Replace your anxiety with the certainty that Allah's plan is not only good, it is perfect. And when you truly believe that, your heart changes. You stop panicking over delays. You stop comparing your life to others. You stop questioning every hardship. Instead, you begin to say with full conviction, Alhamdulillah, for everything, for what I understand and for what I don't. Because you know deeply that the one who is writing your story is the most wise, the most merciful, and the most loving. So whatever you are going through right now, whatever is weighing on your heart, hand it over to Allah. Not because you have given up, but because you trust Him completely. And trust this, His plan for you has never been random. It has always been intentional, and it has always been perfect. True peace does not come from having everything in your life perfectly arranged. It comes from understanding who Allah is. When you truly know Him as Al-Hakim, you begin to realize that nothing in your life is random. Every delay, every unanswered dua, every unexpected turn carries a wisdom that your mind may not immediately grasp. You may look at a situation and only see confusion or pain, but Allah sees the full picture. What was, what is, and what will be. His decisions are never based on chance. They are precise, intentional, and always in your ultimate favor, even if it doesn't feel that way in the moment. And when you reflect on Him as Ar-Rahim, your perspective softens. You start to understand that Allah's mercy is not always obvious, but it is always present. Sometimes His mercy is in giving, and sometimes it is in withholding. Sometimes it is in opening doors, and sometimes it is in closing them before you walk through something that could harm you. You may feel disappointed when things don't go your way, but what if that very moment is an act of mercy? What if what you are being protected from is greater than what you are asking for? Then there is Al-Tif, the one who works in subtle, hidden ways. This is where your heart finds a different level of comfort. Not everything Allah does is loud and clear. Many of His blessings come quietly, unfolding over time in ways you don't immediately notice. A conversation that changes your direction, a delay that redirects your path, a difficulty that strengthens your connection with Him. These are all signs of His subtle care. You may not see the wisdom now, but one day you look back and realize that everything was being arranged with incredible precision. When these names of Allah move, from being concepts you know to truths you feel, something inside you shifts. You stop reacting with panic and start responding with trust. You stop assuming the worst and begin to expect khayr, even in uncertain situations. Your qalbim becomes calmer, not because your life is free of problems, but because you are certain that the one managing your life is perfect in His wisdom, infinite in His mercy, and gentle in His planning. Much of your worry does not come from the situation itself, but from your need to control how it unfolds. You want clarity, certainty, and immediate answers. You want things to go according to your expectations, your timeline, your understanding, and when they don't, your heart becomes restless. You replay scenarios in your mind. You overanalyze every detail, and you exhaust yourself trying to figure out outcomes that are not in your hands. This constant need for control creates an illusion that if you think enough, plan enough, or worry enough, you can somehow shape what is coming next. But the reality is, your vision is limited. You see only a small part of the picture, the present moment, filtered through your emotions and experiences. Allah, on the other hand, sees what you cannot see. He knows what lies ahead, what could have happened, and what has been prevented from reaching you. He understands the consequences of every path while you are only trying to guess them. When you forget this difference, you begin to carry a burden that was never meant for you to carry. Your qalb was not created to hold the weight of controlling your destiny. It was created to trust the one who controls it. And this is where true relief begins. Not when everything is explained to you, but when you accept that you don't need every answer to feel at peace. You start to loosen your grip on outcomes. You begin to say, I will do my part, but I will not try to control what only Allah can control. This shift is subtle but powerful. Instead of constantly asking what will happen, your heart begins to settle with whatever happens is from Allah, and it will be good for me. That doesn't mean you stop caring or stop planning. It means your efforts are no longer driven by fear, but by trust. You still take action, you still make dua, but you are no longer attached to a specific result in a way that breaks you if it doesn't happen. Overthinking loses its grip when you remind yourself that Allah's knowledge is complete while yours is limited. The anxiety that once consumed your thoughts starts to fade because you are no longer trying to solve what is beyond your capacity. You begin to breathe differently, think differently, and live differently, not because your circumstances have suddenly changed, but because your reliance has shifted from yourself to the one who never fails. What you often label as loss is not always a loss in the sight of Allah. Sometimes it is a redirection, and sometimes it is protection wrapped in a form that your heart initially resists. You make plans, you attach your hopes to certain outcomes, and when they don't happen, it feels like something has been taken away from you. But the truth is, you are only seeing the surface of what occurred, not the deeper reality of what was prevented or what is being prepared. There are moments when you ask for something with full sincerity, believing it is exactly what you need. You imagine your life unfolding in a certain way, and your heart becomes attached to that image. But Allah, in His infinite knowledge, knows the consequences that you cannot foresee. He knows how that opportunity, that relationship, or that path could impact your faith, your qalb, your future. So when it is taken away or never comes to you, it is not because you were forgotten. It is because you were cared for in a way that goes beyond your immediate understanding. Delays carry a similar wisdom. Waiting is one of the most difficult experiences for the heart because it sits in uncertainty. You wonder why things are not moving, why your duas are not being answered in the way you hoped. But what if the delay is not empty? What if it is filled with preparation? Preparation of your character, your patience, your reliance on Allah. Sometimes what you are asking for requires you to become someone stronger, more grounded, more connected to Him, and that transformation does not happen overnight. Rejection, too, has a hidden mercy. When a door closes, it can feel deeply personal. You may question your worth or your efforts, but in reality, that closed door could be saving you from a path that leads to harm, regret, or distance from Allah. It could also be guiding you towards something far better, something you would not have pursued if your original plan had succeeded. When you begin to see your experiences through this lens, your understanding shifts. You stop defining everything based on immediate outcomes and start trusting that there is a greater wisdom unfolding. What didn't happen is no longer a source of bitterness, but a point of reflection. What was delayed is no longer a punishment, but a process. And what was taken away is no longer a loss, but a form of care that you may only fully understand with time. Tawakkul is often misunderstood as simply trusting Allah, but in reality, it is a balance between effort and surrender. It begins with you taking action, sincere, thoughtful, and responsible action. You plan, you strive, you make decisions, and you put in the work that is within your capacity. Islam never teaches you to sit back passively and wait for things to happen. Instead, it teaches you to move forward with intention, while knowing that the outcome is not yours to control. The challenge, however, is not